Okay, so I passed my needle through the stitches that were in my scrap yarn, and I pulled that off. And make sure that you pick up your stitches on the right side of your work, because you're going to need to put the two right sides together. So now I pick up the other piece and I put the two right sides together. So right side with right side looking toward the inside, like so. And now you want to get your stitches aligned, and you're going to use the same size needle that you knitted your work with. So now I have my yarn here, and I am going to pick up one stitch from the front and one stitch from the back and knit them together. Take them off your needles, knit one from the front, one from the back, knit them together, and then pass one over the other, and then again one from the front, one from the back, knit them together, and then pass one over the other, and then from the front and from the back, knit them together, and then pass one over the other, from the front, from the back, knit them together, and pass one over the other. Let's see if you can see it better with the red. So from the front and from the back, knit them together and pass one over the other, from the front and from the back, and knit them together and pass one over the other, and do that the whole row, and I'll see you at the end. It's looking good at the bottom with the 3 needle bind off, very nicely finished. And now I have my needle on the other side. I already did this side. See how nice that looks. So let's do the other side. And I have my yarn into that first knot at the bottom. Okay, so now from there I'm going to go in and into that next knot on the top side, and then I come back and go into that one and come out on the next. So I'm going to skip one, which is the one strand, and then I go where there's 2 strands of yarn. So I go into that knot on this side, go in where there's 2 strands of yarn, skip that one with only 1 strand, and go into the next one. So you go in on this side, skip that one and go into the next. So go on this side, skip that one and go to the next. Now on this side, go where you left off the last time, go in there and skip one and go to the next. So on this side you go where you left off, go in there, skip the one with the 1 strand and go to the next stitch. And then on this side you go in, skip that one and go to the next. And that's how you sew from side to side. Now from this side, skip one, go to the next stitch, go in on this side, skip one and go to the next stitch, and do that all the way to the top. And I'll see you when I'm finished with this. in and out on one side, and in and out on the other side. I did 3 rounds of single crochet around my bag, and I am going to finish that, but I needed to show you also how I tucked in that corner here, because you don't want it to look like this. So let's do that. What you want to do is turn your bag toward the inside, and with some needle and thread you want to make like a little pinch toward the bottom and sew that part there. So let's do that with needle and thread, and I will pick up that corner and just make a few more stitches to make sure it's secure. You don't have to fold it that much, just pinch it in. So I think that's going to be enough. And then of course you want to weave all these tails. So there we go. And then let's see, now this is the way it's going to look, and it's nicely finished. When you make something, you really want to finish it nicely, because all that work, you really want to have a nice. So there we go, it's right there. See how it looks? Very nicely finished. And that's the other one. And let's finish the top part also. I already sewed the 2 sides of my bag, and it's very nicely finished. So you see. And I see that it fits very nicely. So what I want to do now is that I am going to take an E or an F hook. It depends on what you feel comfortable with. And I had a strand of yarn there that I had left over, and I will pass it through, and I am going to do single crochet on this part. And you do want to bring it together. You can pick up stitches and make ribbing if you wish with needles, but single crochet makes it sturdier. So when you find those 2 purls, don't crochet on them, because you do want to put them together. They are supposed to go toward the inside. So skip those 2 and go into the section where you have your seed stitch. And then when you have your 2 here, skip those 2 and go into the section where you have your cables. And then here also, the 2 purl sections, skip those 2, and also on this side, skip those 2 and then go around. And I'll see you when I finish this round. What you want to do with the top is that's your last stitch, and pick it, pass it through, and then with a needle, a regular sewing, or you want to put that stitch there and mark another stitch. So you want to pass it through, skip one, pass it through that one, and then bring it back to where you left off. So you have a new stitch there, and it doesn't show where you finished. So come back into the inside and make a knot there. There we go. And then of course cut all these tails off. and pass that one inside there. There we go. Okay. So now what you want to do is, if you want to, you can attach a chain here and here on the inside of your bag. So attach it here and there with a regular needle and thread. So like that, it's on the inside of your bag. When I say attach the chain on the inside of the bag, it means inside of this bag. It has to be on the outside of this bag because you need to open and close your zipper. So you see, it has to be on the outside of that bag, but it's going to be on the inside of the knitted bag. So now what you want to do is that you want to go get your thread and go toward the inside of the second row, or the first row. Yeah, let's do the first row right there, and sew it together on the inside of the bag, inside of the lining bag, and go inside and out. So go there and then bring it in toward the inside there, so you can attach it. So bring it out, and so go around on that first row to attach it to the inside bag, inside the zipper. See it? And it's going to show like a one row above the single crochet. You're going to see one row of the single crochet on the edge. And there you have it. I sewed it on the inside, and this is how it looks. So it's very pretty. And I will look for a charm or a small pom-pom for the zipper. And this is the way it looks. And thank you very much for watching. Please share us with your friends and like our page and subscribe. And until the next time.